You know, some of these other random quests I have on my... Where am I going? There. In my journal from when I was exploring, trying to find the grappling hook. So I'm gonna get some of these weird places like in Elsweyr and over there just taken off and do them. Why didn't I go? Let me just come here.
We must do something about the water, Siluju. If you would just...
No adept can face the wastes alone, child. This one insists you stay.
Vasby cannot understand. Only puddles remain in the Adeptorium cisterns, but still Siluju forbids this one to act.
I hear there's a problem with the Adeptorium's water supply.
Our Adeptorium, Srendra's cradle, is parched by a drought. We rely on the Anequina aqueduct to supply our water, but something halted the flow. Now adepts and pilgrims go thirsty. We tend to the sick here. Without water, many of them may die.
Do you have any idea what halted the flow?
No, and we never will if Silujo gets his way. He yowls about the risks, but Vasby is not the saucer-eyed kitten she was when Silujo found her. This one must fix this. You're a warrior, yes? Would you escort Vasby to investigate the aqueduct?
Yeah, I'll help you investigate and return the flow of water to Srendar's cradle.
Thank you for helping, Rook. We should investigate the nearest gate of the aqueduct, just south of here. Srendar willing, we will find whatever blocks the water there. Vasby will meet you soon. This one must speak to Silojo before she leaves.
Has the aqueduct ever gone dry before?
No. My teachers examined the Order's histories and found no evidence of droughts in the past. But we live in curious times, yes? Dragons fly, dead walk. A broken aqueduct would not seem out of place.
Is there any chance that the source of the water ran dry?
Vasby does not think so. Before the water reaches Srendar's cradle, it passes Rimen. And for all the city's problems, a drought is not one of them. That means the flow is blocked somewhere between the city and the Adeptorium.
What can you tell me about Srendar's cradle?
The Adeptorium itself? I know only that our ancestors built it in the days of 16 kingdoms. Vasby has no ears for ancient history. This one does know that the Adeptorium has always been a place of healing, a refuge for all, no matter how ill.
How have you dealt with the dragon attacks?
We do what we can, but Vasby fears it is not enough. Many come with seared flesh and blackened lungs, from the flames and smoke, you see. Others come with broken limbs. Most of our palliatives and salves require water, so you see the urgency, yes?
Tell me about yourself.
About Vasby? Oh, this one's life is not so exciting, but if you insist. Vasby is an initiate and servant of Srendar. A healer in training also. Silojo and the other monks raised this one here in the cradle.
Are all adepts here healers?
Most learn the craft, but not all have the passion for it that this one does. Silojo says it is Vasby's calling. This one thinks he is right.
You said that Silojo found you on his doorstep?
Yes. Vasby's parents had... This was in the time of the flu, you see. Many orphans came to Srendar's cradle in those days. Most of them were not as lucky as Vasby. Silojo cared for this one like a daughter. He still does, as you can see.
Did any of your other family members survive the flu?
No. This was not so long ago, Walker. You remember the groans and hacking coughs, yes? The blood? Srendar's cradle's adepts healed as many as they could, but even the strongest tinctures and cleanest bandages fell short in the face of the flu.
Alright, I'll go meet you there.
We should examine the gate at the top of the ramp.
Ooh, now that's impressive.
Open and dry, as expected. Hopefully we'll find the blockage at the second gate. Busby hopes we can find the problem soon. Otherwise we may have to investigate the Bandar Span.
What's the Bandar Span?
A portion of the aqueduct that runs through Bandar's litter. A canyon to the east of the Adeptorium. Silojo forbids us to go there, ever since this one was a Jakajit.
Why is it forbidden?
Vasby does not know. She has, at times, heard whispers from the older adepts. Something about the Nahatan flu. This one asked Silojo outright about the place years ago. He only shook his head and said it was far, far from Srendar's light.
Why is it called Bandar's litter?
Old moon tales. Clan mothers say the stone pillars of the canyon were Bandar's children. Elkosh turned them to stone as a reprisal for one of the bandit god's pranks. The trickster hid the pillars in this canyon where they would be warm and safe.
Alright, I'll head to the second gate.
Vasby will be right behind you, but be careful, Walker. Silojo can be overprotective. but he would not resort to lies to hold us back. The dangers of the wastes are real, as you know. Truly, I hate to worry him, but Vasby must do this.
Where can I find the second gate?
Follow the line of the aqueduct east. It should lead you straight to the next gate. Vasby will meet you there.
You're not coming with me? I'm supposed to protect you.
Ha! You protect me by clearing the way, Walker. This one wants to take a moment to study this gate, in case we must fix one later. Vasby will be safe. You will stop worrying, yes?
Alright.
Feels good to get the blood pumping, right?
Did I empty that chest, or did I get interrupted? Okay.
You! Vasby is a quick study, yes? Caught you! Examine this new gate. Vasby is a quick study, Caught you! Yes? Vasby is a quick study, yes? Let's examine this new gate. Try. This fool. Wait, what is this? Curious. This scrap of cloth. Vasby knows it well. It is part of a Srendar adept's habit. One of the old ones we don't wear anymore. Could an adept have been out here?
Who would wear a habit like that?
Vasby does not think anyone wore it. The way it is torn, it looks like someone used it to dress a wound. Do you see the stains? This one smells blood, too. A warning, perhaps. Or a clue.
You think the person who dropped this is responsible for the water shortage?
Maybe. Vasby is no investigator. But finding something like this near the gate feels like a sign. We should find the person, if only to make sure they are not badly hurt, yes?
How do you propose we find them?
We could start by searching around the columns that hold the aqueduct up. Someone gravely injured may have rested in the structure's shadow. No time to waste, Walker. Let's go.
You're sure that no one in Srendar's cradle wears a habit like this?
Certain. After the worst of the Nahatan flu had passed, Salujo and the others burned every scrap of cloth touched by the illness. Quilts, linens, and yes, even their habits. Nothing remained of them, aside from paintings in the cloisters.
Oh, they must have burned everything.
It appears that way, yes. Come, whoever this belonged to may need our help. Another shred of a habit? The blood seems more spotty. From a sword, maybe. Let's keep looking. The blood trail goes cold, yes? But what is that? A cameo? The face looks... This was not dropped by accident, Walker. There must be more to find.
Magister Erin never let me watch him do this. It's so interesting.
Sweet Serendar's cradle, no soup in the ladle, no water for piping hot tea. The petals are shrinking, the spirits are sinking. We were with the spirits' mercy. No tears where they cried for those who lay dying when the water flowed free as a breeze. Only one deserves quarter, and that will reward her, the sweet cat who survived the disease.
This is a nursery rhyme, isn't it? Like the one Busby read every night as a kitten. Srendar's mercy. Please hurry, Walker! Swaddlecloth? Busby recognizes that pattern. Come, let's keep looking, come! And we find a death coin lost, of course. Something that gleams to take to the sands behind the stars. We should talk. The bloody bandages, the cameo, and swaddlecloth. All these trinkets and mementos lead to a forbidden place. Bandar's litter. Busby has not been totally honest with you, Walker. This one has a very personal stake in this business.
Yeah, you seem to recognize all those items. What haven't you told me?
The drought. It's because of me. That is why Busby insisted on being the one to investigate. Every year, on this one's birthday, someone leaves a gift outside the cloisters. Gifts like the nursery rhyme, coin, and cameo we found, you see?
So this gift giver left a trail to lead us here? Why do you think it's related to the drought?
Days after the aqueduct ran dry, the gift giver left a jug of cold, fresh water outside this one's door. It was a message, you see, for Busby. Now we find these dressings and keepsakes, all leading to Bandar's litter. Our answers are there.
Fair enough. You said this place is forbidden. Why?
Old ghosts haunt this place. Angry spirits that moan and howl curses in the night. Silujo always insisted we stay away. I hate to disobey him, but we have no choice. The last sluice gate and the person we pursue are both inside. Are you prepared?
Yep, let's get moving.
thieves' trove? Nice.
Wait! Busby saw someone! Why do they run? We do not mean them any harm. There they go. Is that the same one as before? Let's split up. We can corner him.
Where's Busby, beloved child? Finally, you have come home at last.
Beloved, what? I don't... We only want to restore the water.
Water? No. You come for answers, child. Answers from ashes. Take her to our camp at the Bandar Gate. Kill the other and cleanse him in flame. The scouring fire will claim Sarindar's cradle soon enough.
Anyone else?
quickly! Over here! Silujo saw everything. We must save Vasby, quickly, please! I may not be Vasby's father, but I feel a father's love for her. What parent would let their child wander the Kaj with a stranger? Silujo followed at a distance, but could not stop Vasby in time. The stricken cats took her deeper into the canyon.
The leader called Vasby by name and urged his people to burn Surendar's cradle. Why?
The flu. Time heals some wounds and causes others to fester. Sometimes even the greatest healer cannot see all ends. Forgive me. Silujo is an old cat. He rambles. We must go to the Bandar Gate to halt the flames and save my Vasby.
All right, let's go save Vasby.
There is a cavern deep within the litter. If memory serves, it ascends to the Bandar Gate. We will find the aqueduct blockage and the Vasby there. Come, we must hurry.
So what's your plan for saving Vasby?
Silujo will try to make these sick, scarred cats see reason. To cure a sickness, a healer must know the ailment's cause. Old hatreds are not so different. We lose time discussing this. Have faith that all will proceed as Srendar wishes.
All right.
These sick, scarred, you see, we call them the stricken. After the Nahatan flu ravaged their bodies, the people of Elsweyr cast them out. But the king's vizier would have put our adeptorium to the torch if he knew we harbored the sick. You should know the reason they hate us. It is my fault. They wish to burn our home because I cast them into Bandar's litter to die. Wait, Silujo must speak to you. Before we go further, we must speak.
What is it?
The Bandar Gate lies beyond that door. The Stricken's leader as well, Vasby's true father. His love and sorrow has turned to hatred for me. Silujo has no illusions. Death waits for this one through this passage, for the actions of his past.
Actions of the past? What do you mean?
In the days of the flu, chaos reigned. Many came to Srendar's cradle seeking healing, but fear followed the illness. With so many of the ill huddled in our adeptorium, the people saw it as a breeding ground for more sickness.
So what happened?
Sutabi, the king's vizier, marched on the adeptorium and threatened us with torch and sword. If the sick remained in the cradle, he vowed to burn it to ash. So I ushered the sick and dying here to Bandar's litter and left them to die.
The other adepts let you do that?
They had no choice. We had no choice. When you tend to the sick for as long as Silujo has, you cannot help but grow detached. Callous, even. If I kept the sick with us, many healthy Khajiit would die. Khajiit, like Vasby.
What does Vasby have to do with this?
Vasby's parents came to us, carrying her in swaddling clothes. They were both near death, or so I thought. But Vasby, their child, was healthy as the spring. What could this one do? Her parents had no chance, but she did. I took her in, raised her.
And now you put your life on the line to save her again.
Silujo does not fear this death if it will save Vasby. Before it happens, though, this one must ask. You now know the story of Srendar's cradle, of the sick left to die. When this one is gone, Vasby will have questions. What will you tell her?
You had an impossible decision to make. You don't deserve to be judged for that.
Silujo thanks you, Walker. Choosing who lives and who dies weighs on the soul, but as a healer and a leader, I must make hard decisions. If Silujo had to do it all over again, he would make the same choice. Now come. Vasby waits.
Alright, let's go. Yeah, I mean, you really didn't have a choice. Break out the big guns.
Vasby, you are unharmed, yes?
Silujo, no! This is my fault. Srendar, forgive me.
Is he alive?
He breathes, but faintly. Vasby will take him back to the cradle. My hands won't stop shaking. The Straken's leader, Hulzar, wields horrible magic. He told me that the adepts took me from him, that they stole everything from him. He said
that he's your father.
Yes. He said he left me gifts so that I would not forget him. But seeing me grow closer to Silujo, closer to the Order, twisted his tail to the breaking point. He lured Vasby here to Banda's litter. Now he plans to burn the Adeptorium.
We have to stop him.
Please, Walker. If there is any way to spare Hulzar, have mercy. Vasby knows he is mad, but to lose two fathers at once. Srendar, help me. This one is so lost. Moons. Why did Silujo come here? He must have known the Stricken would kill him.
He did it to save you.
This one only needed saving because she disobeyed Silujo. He came here because of Vasby. He dies because of Vasby.
Silujo told me he was ready for this. It's his penance for something he did a long time ago.
This one knows. Hulza told me about how he and his wife, my mother, came to the cradle with a tiny Vasby in their arms. He described the long march to Bandar's litter and the cold, moonless nights that followed. More suffering on my account.
How could that be your fault? You can't take the blame for everything.
How could it not be Vasby's fault? Had Hulza's wife not carried Vasby in her womb, they never would have come to Srendar's cradle. Had Vasby not sought to restore the water, Silujo would live. Please, just find Hulzar. Vasby must work.
Think you can keep me from my vengeance? Come thee. I'm sorry.
love harvesting runestones. Mess with the street kid. They weren't expecting that.
Man, I just went in a big circle. Awkward cutting there.
I've been waiting to try this spell out.
I had to get out of that creepy ass cavern. Holy moly.
You return. Good. Vasby already loses too much today. Silujo did not... Vasby could not... He is gone. His soul wanders the sands behind the stars now.
I'm sorry.
The other adepts mourn for him as Vasby does. But they do not know the truth of his death, or the cost of the water you restored. But you know. Vasby knows. And it may be too much for her to bear.
What do you mean?
Vasby loved this place. She idolized Silujo and the other healers. She prayed to Srendar for the strength and wisdom to serve as well as those who came before. But Srendar's cradle is a lie. My dream is a lie. What is Vasby to do now?
What do you mean Srendar's cradle is a lie?
The people of Elsweyr think that the adepts of the cradle worked miracles to stave off the flu. Now I see that they only hid the sick in the wilderness to let them die. How can this one just ignore that? How can I dedicate my life to such a place?
Stay, your dream of being a healer still means something. History can't change that.
Yes, this one will stay. But I will not lie about what happened here. Silujo made an impossible choice, but the people deserve to hear the truth. Thank you, Walker. We only just met, but you are the closest thing to family that Vasby has left. Brothers, sisters, Vasby must speak about Silujo's passing. Before he passed, this one learned the truth of the stricken, of the role we healers played in their suffering. No longer. In Srendar's name, we must go to Bandar's litter. We must help the stricken, and we must try to heal this age-old wound, for their sake and for ours.
Good eye. I didn't even see that runestone at first.
Alright, when we come back, we're going to do, I think that's the maintenance quest, Long Lost Lore, head in there and see what's going on. Yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have, you know what to do. Leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It really does mean a lot to me. Until next time, love you guys. Take care, and I'll talk to you later. Bye for now.